Here's something Gary Hamel shared backstage. He said, companies, he said, fail to create the future not because they can't predict it, but because they can't imagine it. So you're trying to get your head around what's coming next. And I want to spend a few moments doing that this morning. What is coming next? And we could look at a whole raft of disruptions that are on the way. We could look at nanotechnology, 3D printing, artificial intelligence, robotics, the list goes on. But what I want to look at very briefly this morning is one that I'm guessing every single one of you have read about, you've heard about, you've probably got an opinion about. But I wonder if you've actually paused long enough to consider how significantly this one disruption is going to change the game for a whole pile of industries, in fact, the very nature of society in the next few years. And that's the disruption related to these things here, driverless cars. Now, how many of you find the whole notion of driverless cars just the tiniest bit terrifying? Hands up if you do. Come on, be honest. A lot of us do. The interesting thing is these things are nowhere near as far off as most of us think. Okay, late last year, the head of Ford announced their goal is by the year 2021, have the first car roll off their production line that has no steering wheel. Just let that sink in. And while that's probably a terrifying notion for some of you, think about how disruptive these things are going to be to a whole range of industries over the next few years. I mean, for instance, you think of the automotive insurance industry. Now, I work with insurers, they're my clients. I want to tell you, they are already getting ready. They're gearing up for driverless technology and they're terrified of it. Because have a think about it. If you have an accident in a driverless vehicle, that's right, who's at fault? Who makes a claim on their insurance? The whole basis of that lucrative industry becomes something of a moot point the moment the person at the helm of the car is no longer in control of that vehicle. It's a technology, a competitor called Alternative. And I asked how many in the room had heard of Alternative. Out of 250, only 3 people raised their hands. Now, here's how Alternative works. Alternative allows you to use your camera in your smartphone, your tablet device, your laptop, to do an eye test at home. That eye test is submitted using a person who will actually then generate a diagnosis based on what you've submitted. They will send that prescription to you. You take that prescription online, buy frames from anywhere you choose that then get mailed to your home within days with no need to go anywhere near your local optometrist.